Hey, good morning. Welcome back to the Command's Perspective. Colonel Omar Bradley. Today I'm here with Master Trooper Brandon Diaz and Sergeant Lacey over there, I believe. We just recently hired Master Trooper Brandon Diaz here to run our newly reformed Tactical Medic Division. Um, so, uh, so, Master Trooper, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I have a little over 20 years in firefighting experience. Also, on top of that, 20 years of holding my NREMT for paramedic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've come from a firefighting family, so there's a lot of that, including law enforcement involved. A few of my family were state police, so there's that mixed in.
All right. Well, Master Trooper, um, so we put you in charge of this subdivision within inside of Stars unit. Tell us what you plan to do with it. What you plan for us to have what's going on with this division.
So my plan for the division is to hopefully be able to talk to the vehicle commission and everybody else I would need to be able to get a few QRV or quick response vehicles. I'm gonna be speaking with the appropriate medical people to be able to train people up to paramedic, and maybe if it's something that is within reach, will be one of my goals is having essentially a type of flight nurse or first response nurse on the QRVs with a paramedic. And both will hopefully be at least to a handgun trained.
Okay, that sounds good. Now, I've been trying for the longest to get everyone inside the agency mentally health trained, and also first aid trained. How would you help me bring that upon the agency?
So helping you with that, we can set up some times. I can also speak with people on my end of the medical aspect, and I can easily either instruct those classes, the first aid and mental health ones, or we can choose to bring in mental health specialists and first aid specialists.
Right. Now, that would be just absolutely perfect, because it's a big thing with inside of Monroe where we have a mental health crisis, if you will, going on. And not many officers or not many people in general is trained on it. And I would like DPS to not be the forefront of it, because Louisiana State Police has already begun with their mental health program. But I would like us to all get together and work with it. So how would you bring all of our agencies together to help not only with the TAC med aspect, but the mental health of it?
So with the mental health aspect, and with those trainings and awareness presentations, we could end up having them in, say, the meeting room, the biggest meeting room that we can possibly get a hold of, and we can pretty much send a broadcast to all departments saying, hey, this is something that your members need or should attend, and we can have a massive group practice, as well as, if people request it, smaller sessions for people who don't like massive groups of people.
Yeah, so accommodate for people. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a great idea you got there. Hold on, as we were saying, it's simple and easy to help out with each other, right? So TACMAD, could you tell us anything about TACMAD? Like, what do you guys do? What vehicles you guys will be in? How to spot you guys? What's the difference between TACMAD and just a regular medic?
Yeah, so start out what TACMED is. TACMED is essentially, as it sounds, tactical medics who are trained up to the level, or usually with SWAT teams, that are usually able to be in with the first initial entry to a serious situation, such as an active shooter or a bomb threat, somewhere where you'll have mass amounts of casualties, or just people who need to be out fast if they're wounded heavily. And TAC Med comes in with that aspect, as usually they have up to paramedic or even advanced past that a little bit in training, while also holding firearm training certification through the state. And that allows them to A, defend themselves, and B, treat if they're in a room with several wounded. Vehicles and ways to spot us will hopefully be running out of some nice, hopefully spacious Ford F-250s with a bed cap on the back with lots and lots of medical equipment in the back. A good way to spot us is those vehicles. We'll also probably end up having a van of some kind for extra medical supplies or for, bigger incidents. And the difference between TAC Med and normal medic is medics can't exactly go into any hostile situation or have to stage far away and wait for police or SWAT or whoever to clear the scene. And that can really, really put a damper on, in the medical world, we call it the golden hour or the golden minutes. That's the small window you have to be able to treat somebody and have full brain functionality and everything else, and get them back to original state. And when you're staged down the road as a normal ambulance, you're really waiting and kind of losing that initial time you really need.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. All right, sorry about that. Very important phone call from the senator. So, essentially, that's all we got for the Master Trooper today. Can't wait to see what happens on another episode of the Command Podcast coming up next week, or the Command Perspective. That's where we decided the name to be, is the Command Perspective. Hopefully Master Trooper will join us again. We're going to see what he brings to our agency. Hopefully next time we can have the Bat Unit Commander. That's Sergeant J on here with us. It'd be a great thing. Thank you guys for attending.